All right, everybody. How are we doing on our holiday weekend? And kind of just continuing to set up very quickly. Wanted to hop in and just say we're tracking a couple storms, especially along the coastline, and I know this is a very popular weekend, especially for the beaches. So let's just get right into it. Let's take a look. This is the current radar that's happening right now. Let me move my camera over just a smidge. There we go. All right, so we're keeping an eye on a couple of storms right by Palm Coast, and there was a lot of rain. I'm seeing a couple folks write in on our YouTube page already that there was a lot of rain and lightning in Daytona Beach. Yes, we were monitoring that earlier on today, but I wanted to hop on just for a little bit and just for a couple minutes just to do a quick radar breakdown because we were seeing the potential for a little bit of water spouts right along the coastline. We saw just a little bit of rotation that was just enough in order to hop on and see if there was anybody there to either help out and figure out what was kind of going on over by Palm Coast, because I can only really see so much from the radar. So when folks like you are in that area and can tell a little bit more about what's going on, it is so helpful. So writing in, seeing a couple people from Lakeland, Kevin writing in, seeing a couple people write in on our YouTube page from Daytona Beach. And also Kevin writing in from Fort Meade as well. And anyone who is on Facebook, definitely write in and tell us where you're from. So let me take this alert off. This is our special weather statement that we're looking in on right here. But just a couple of minutes ago, especially in Palm Coast right now, Beverly Beach, Flagler Beach, there was a lot of rain and a lot of lightning. And we can still see some heavy rain slowly starting to make our way offshore. Palm Coast seeing a lot of lightning there as well. And even just north of Bunnell, seeing that lightning. Palatka seeing a lot of lightning. And this is making its way up towards Hastings at the moment. So backing out just a little bit. Michael, I can see you writing in from Daytona Beach. Right now things are still a little bit rainy. We can see some of those showers slowly making their way offshore, as well as a couple of other scattered showers offshore as well. We'll take another look at the area, but I was really focusing in on this cluster right here just because of the amount of lightning that it has out there at the moment, but also Daytona Beach seeing a good amount of lightning. And something that I want to pull up real quick because it just caught my eye is our Daytona Beach camera. And I have it right here. Check this out. This beach was packed just a couple of minutes ago, and now it is pouring rain, seeing that lightning out there at the moment. And again, this is a very popular beach weekend, and it is going to continue to stick around for a little bit longer, but then it should finally start to lighten up. But a lot of rain in a short amount of time, just within the past couple minutes or so. And you can see that lightning out there as well. We just saw a couple flashes. But I do want to get back to the radar real quick. Again, focusing in more on Palm Coast area, just because there was the possibility of a water spout as the storm is slowly making its way offshore. But again, still focusing in Daytona Beach, Ormond Beach, seeing a lot of that rain as well. Good amount of lightning there. We're seeing a couple of strikes just offshore. Biggest thing, if you do hear any lightning over the next couple of days, even though we are going to be seeing significantly less of that widespread rain, still going to be seeing a couple of very scattered showers out there. So just make sure if you do hear any thunder, get inside immediately. Daytona Beach seeing a good amount of lightning, seeing about 48, 50 strikes there in just this little area from Daytona Beach up to Ormond Beach, and then backing up a little bit more. Flagler Beach up to Palm Coast, seeing a lot of lightning just from Daytona northward, Palatka, Daytona up towards Palm Coast, seeing about 300 lightning strikes. So that is a lot of lightning in just a short area of what we can see from basically the border of Volusia County up to Flagler County and Putnam County. So a lot of rain in a short amount of time. But the thing that again caught my attention was the potential for either a very brief land spout or a quick brief tornado, or the potential for a water spout. So something that I'm going to look at, I'm looking up here just off to my left to see our cameras, but also taking a look at our storm relative velocity right here. So a couple minutes ago, there was a little bit of rotation that could have picked up something very quickly. But other than that, I'm not seeing anything at the moment that's a cause for concern. But still, as the storm is making its way, it could just lead to a very quick spin up offshore. But things are looking okay in Daytona. Palatka, things are looking okay as well. So that's good news right there. The thing also that I'm concerned about is that lightning. Again, lots of folks hitting the beaches for the long holiday weekend, but things are actually looking okay and better than they were a couple minutes ago. But still, good excuse to come on here, see where folks are writing in from, and just doing a quick afternoon update. I feel like that's always good, especially when we have these storms starting to pick up. So as I'm continuing to watch this storm up here, let's take a look at the rest of the area, because I see a couple people writing in, and TJ also just joined as well. If you didn't know, TJ also does a lot of these like little breakfast talks, especially on the weekends. So it's a great way to figure out what your weekend is going to be looking like with TJ when he does his little breakfast talks after Good Day Orlando on the weekends. Greg, you're driving near Jacksonville, 295. Let me take a look. I think you should be good, but let me actually take a look at our Jacksonville radar very quickly. If anything, Greg, you're just going to be seeing a lot of rain coming up, but you look pretty good right now looking at 295 area. No, so you should not be seeing a tornado. That's a little out there if you could be seeing a tornado, but you will probably see a lot of rain if you're going to be staying in the Jacksonville area for the next hour or so, because then you might be able to see a little bit of the remnants from this and maybe a couple of showers from this little cluster over here making its way into the area. But you're okay tornado wise, I promise. Okay, so backing out just a little bit. Again, just keeping an eye on the Palm Coast area as it makes its way up into more the St. Augustine area. Seeing a little cluster of lightning and thunder. So again, just make sure you're being careful. Same with Daytona Beach shores. That lightning has gone down a little bit, but Ormond Beach seems to see a little bit more of that lightning pickup, as well as the heavier downpours starting to pick up as well. So again, if you're in that area, if you hear any lightning or thunder, get inside immediately. Leo, you're saying that you heard a little bit of thunder in Ocala. Also rained a little bit. So yeah, that is what you're seeing right here. So let's actually start working our way down a little bit. Still using the Jacksonville radar to kind of get a good look at this. So this was probably the thunder that you heard from here, Leo. The little thunder in Ocala of what we can see right here. And of course, I do not think I brought my water bottle in. So what we can see here is a little bit of a rainstorm continuing to make its way almost up towards, what would be over here, Salt Springs. This is probably going to start to make its way over towards Salt Springs probably within the next half hour or so. But this does seem to be raining down. It still does have some lightning with it. So if you're in this area, just be careful. Let me grab my coffee just to get a sip of water. All right, so then Ocala seeing a couple of very scattered showers, but making our way down a little bit more and switching out our radar to get a better view of the entire area. Areas across I-75. Moving up towards Sumter County, the Villages, going to be seeing a couple of very scattered showers making their way up as well. A couple of lightning strikes thrown in there, but really nothing that we're not used to in a summer afternoon. But ultimately, the big takeaway, a lot more sunshine out there this afternoon. That's the good news right there. Seeing someone write in, Patricia on YouTube, Palatka area, seeing lots of rain and wind. We'll pop up back there in a second. But really just seeing those very scattered showers peppered basically along I-4. Disney area, maybe seeing a couple of very scattered showers popping up and dying down as we head through the next couple of minutes or so. But these very splash and dash storms through the rest of the evening. Backing back up towards Palm Coast, Palatka area, just because we have Patricia writing in on YouTube saying that she just got a lot of rain and a lot of wind and lightning. Patricia, if you could definitely write in and tell us what you saw up there, that'd be great. But Hastings, really seeing that lightning and thunder out there right now. Palm Coast finally starting to see that rain die down a little bit more as well. But still seeing a good amount of that lightning still lingering in the Palm Coast area. So biggest thing, if you do hear any thunder or are on the beaches and hear any thunder, get inside immediately. All right. Seeing a couple people writing. Judith from Titusville. Hey, how you doing there? Let's actually check in towards Titusville, and then we'll do another check-in on Daytona Beach as well. Titusville actually looks pretty good right now. And from our camera, where is our Titusville camera? Oh, there it is. Yeah, beautiful blue skies in Titusville right now. things are looking good on Brevard County shorelines. Might be a little bit breezy, and you may see a couple of very scattered showers trying to make their way in, because looking a little bit further down, we can see a couple of those showers trying to make their way up into Brevard County a little bit later on this evening, but things should be very scattered. Back up towards Daytona Beach, seeing a little bit more of that lightning starting to pick up now that we're seeing some of that heavier rain from Ormond Beach slowly making its way offshore. So if anyone's writing in from Daytona, I see a couple people on YouTube who wrote in a little bit earlier, writing that in. But the biggest thing today, especially for the beaches, TJ did a great job covering this earlier on today. Chantal made landfall, and this was a tropical storm that impacted areas in South Carolina where it did make landfall. And this is what roughened up our beaches quite a bit today. We had high rip currents along Daytona up to Flagler Beach. And again, right now, just seeing a lot of rain making its way out of Daytona. Things should starting to lighten up a little bit more, and we're starting to see actually a little bit of sunshine back on our Daytona Beach camera. And Michael writing in from South Daytona saying that it's blue skies. Just a couple of minutes ago, we saw this downpouring with rain. Now we're starting to see a little bit of sunshine. Taking a look at our Hard Rock camera, taking a look. And Faith actually writing in from Johnson City, Tennessee, which is exciting. Faith, I think you're having beautiful blue skies up there right now if I did that last check on our national radar. But we'll take a look at South Carolina soon. But we can see that lots of thunder and lightning up by Palm Coast, also Daytona Beach. And Austin, hey, how you doing, bud? All right. So we're watching the beaches very closely because those beaches were really roughened up today because of Chantal. And again, we're seeing that rain that was actually brought in by Chantal over the past couple of days finally start to wean down. So we've been seeing definitely a lot more storms than sunshine the past couple of days. But switching gears just a little bit, I want to take a look at our national radar, backing up a little bit more. So we have this dominant high pressure areas across Appalachia right now. So Faith writing in from Johnson City, Tennessee. You can see things are pretty much clear over your area, but you most likely will be starting to see a little bit of the remnants of Chantal, which is really impacting areas across central North Carolina as we take a look out there right now. And again, TJ did a wonderful job earlier on today breaking this down from the landfall, which happened in northern South Carolina, right along here, closer to Myrtle Beach. Let me actually double check where that was. Litchfield, South Carolina. So at about 4 in the morning, this is when Chantal made landfall. It's right now sitting at a tropical depression. So what we're seeing right here is more of that continuing to make its way impacting central North Carolina. So switching back to our national radar, we can see areas across Raleigh seeing significant amount of rains. Greensboro, North Carolina. There were also going to be the potential for tornadoes and quick spin-up tornadoes over the next couple of hours because of all of the remnants from Chantal. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute. But what we can see right here is there is the possibility that this could switch back out onto shore, and that could possibly lead to another round of some sort of tropical development. But luckily across the Atlantic, there is no activity expected for the next 7 days. So backing up just a little bit more, just to talk a little bit more national stories. Texas, and then we'll check back in and across our neck to the wood. Texas is seeing a lot of flooding, and they're still seeing a lot of flooding. Of course, this is national stories that we're talking about right here. People still missing. Unfortunately, people lost their lives due to this flooding. But here right now, still seeing a lot of rain all across Texas, and areas that are supposed to be deserts are now rivers, which is crazy to think that they've seen rain that they pick up in a year in a matter of 5 days. So this is something that's extremely serious of what we are seeing right now in Texas. So backing up a little bit more, we're still going to continue to see that rain, and if you tune in at 5, we'll have some more details of all of that rain that we can see out there at the moment. But backing up again, Texas seeing a lot of rain, continuing to just see a lot of rain hammer Texas shorelines, central Texas, as we see this little low pressure system just continue to sit and spin over Texas right now. And again, tune in at 5 for a little bit more details on that. But backing up again, we have a couple of big national stories with Chantal and, of course, Texas. But for us here in Florida, we're going to live up to our name a little bit more of being the Sunshine State, because from Chantal, we've been seeing a lot more storms than sunshine, of course. And we're going to be seeing more of those scattered sea breeze storms for the rest of the work week, which is good. So taking a little bit of a closer look, I saw a couple people writing in from Sumter County saying that they're going to be seeing some rain. Yes, we're going to see a little bit more of that rain. We're seeing a cluster from Bushnell all the way up to Coleman, continuing to make its way northward. Lorraine, you're writing in from Winter Springs. Let's take a check over there. And you're saying it's sunny over there at the moment, so Winter Springs, we'll do a quick check. You have a little bit of a shower that's going to make its way over our Fox 35 station right now. Not seeing any rain. Actually, I lied. Yeah, we're starting to see some rain on our Lake Mary Tower camera right now. And this is just a little bit of a shower. This will be in and out of here within 10 or 15 minutes. Backing up a little bit more, just very scattered showers in Orlando. Back down towards Disney, we're seeing some scattered showers making their way over Animal Kingdom at the moment, and it should just miss Magic Kingdom, but Magic Kingdom seeing a little bit of a scattered shower out there right now. Barbara writing in, clear next door in SeaWorld, which is really funny because we are seeing just a very scattered shower just off to the north in Epic Universe, but SeaWorld looks like it's in the clear for at least a little while longer. And again, just keeping an eye on another little storm that could possibly just nick the Magic Kingdom, making its way through in the next 15 or so minutes. So just doing one last check of region-wide of our radar at the moment. Daytona Beach still seeing a little bit of a very scattered shower and some lightning offshore. So again, if you are in the Daytona Beach area, even though I'm starting to see some blue skies on our camera right now, there is still lightning in the area. Don't go rushing back out to the beach immediately, because we are going to be continuing to see a lot of that lightning just offshore. Also starting to see a little bit possibly of hail. Do a quick check on that. All right, most likely that's just extremely heavy rain because we're kind of starting to get out a little bit further from our reaches. But keeping an eye on the Daytona Beach area, just because I am seeing the possibility of just a little bit of pickup. But areas across Palm Coast, things are really starting to die down, but Palatka as well, seeing things starting to clear out. Areas across Hastings, starting to see some of that lightning move out. But while we're here, doing a quick check with the National Weather Service. With our Jacksonville radar. Okay, nothing too crazy there. That's the good news. Yeah, always have to cover our bases, especially when we're talking about weather. And of course, it's summer, it's the long weekend. People are looking to just try to spend as much time outside as possible. But overall, really starting to see things calm down from what we were when I first hopped on here, when we were really possibly seeing the threat of a quick spin up or a very brief tornado, especially you're talking about the potential for a very quick water spout just offshore, as these storms just continued to pick up very quickly over the past couple of minutes. But things really starting to calm down right now. Still seeing that lightning threat just over Ormond Beach area, Holly Hill, closing in a little bit more, Mound Grove, Ormond by the Sea, seeing a lot of that heavy rain. And right here is where I'm going to do another quick check on just a little bit of that possibility of seeing that lightning. So when we see storms like this, especially because they pick up very quickly, and also because usually these storms are usually the production of just like a little bit of a boundary hit when we see in the atmosphere, there is the possibility where we could see just that little bit of a pickup and just that little bit of a rotation where we could see the possibility of a very quick water spout. And again, the beaches are packed this weekend, so keeping you informed is what we do here. So we watch the radar so you don't have to. And we're seeing just a little bit of that possibility of just that quick little possibility of a rotation right there. So nothing to worry about at the moment, but just something to be concerned about, that as these storms slowly make their way offshore, they could just pick up that little bit of rotation, which could fire off a very brief spin up and just a water spout, or a quick, very brief land spout. But also, again, as I'm just taking a look at the radar right now, seeing a little bit of a pickup in that lightning right by Ocala as well, heading up towards Salt Springs. So just taking a quick look at this, if you're in the Salt Springs area, going to be seeing this moving at about 16 miles per hour. What am I doing? And this is going to be affecting the Salt Springs area, I would say, in the next 5 minutes or so. And why is my timing off on there? Okay, so if you're in the Salt Springs area, keep an eye on that storm. Just going to be seeing some rain and some lightning starting to move in within the next 10 minutes or so in that area. So doing just another quick radar check of our region, seeing a little bit of those very scattered showers quick in and out of here within the next 10-15 minutes in the Orlando down to the theme park areas. If you're in Sumter County, up by the Villages, you're going to be seeing that rain, as well as Fruitland Park. You're going to be seeing that rain within the next 5 minutes or so. Back down towards Coleman, seeing that widespread rain, and Bushnell going to be seeing some of that lightning coming in within the next couple of minutes as well. So this entire line going to be riding up towards the northeast, so areas especially across Ocala, Bellevue, you're going to be seeing this next round of rain coming up probably within the next 45 minutes or so. And then, once again, just doing a quick check. Yasmin, hey, I was hoping you were going to write in, writing from Daytona Beach. Lightning strikes on the beach side, yes, that is definitely something that we've been concerned about for the past couple of minutes. Seeing that lightning slowly moving offshore. Good news is with this storm up here, and I'm going to switch back to our Jacksonville radar very quickly. Seeing that lightning go down. So a good indicator, especially that meteorologists use, is if lightning is going up, that usually means a storm is strengthening. So over the past just couple of minutes or so, we've been seeing all of this lightning slowly start to go down, which is good news that this storm most likely raining itself out, which is normally what happens in the summertime. Those storms pick up and get a lot of lightning going, and then they slowly start to die down. So one thing that I am just, again, keeping an eye on is this little lightning cluster right here, right by Ormond by the Sea, just north, moving up towards Mound Grove. Let's do a quick reflectivity check on that one. So again, the main reason why I hopped on here, we were seeing a lot of lightning, especially by the beaches, but also National Weather Service was keeping an eye on the possibility of just a couple of water spouts. And we could see a little bit of rotation offshore, again, way offshore of Ormond Beach, but keep an eye out, again, because that is a possibility. But as those shores and as these storms just can kind of continue to make their way towards the shoreline, just a little bit of wind can produce just enough rotation where we could see a water spout. So I wanted to hop on here and at least give people a heads up, if they were by the beaches, that there could be the possibility of a very brief land spout or a water spout if you were by the beaches. And we are seeing the possibility of one right here. Let me do a quick check with our National Weather Service. Don't seem to be seeing anything here, which, again, good news. No news is good news, especially when it comes to the weather world. But yes, especially when we're seeing all of these sea breeze storms, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of these storms coming up this week. Best thing you can do, definitely stay weather aware, keep your eye on the forecast, and also if you do hear any thunder, get inside as quick as possible. All right, so we're going to end it off here. Thanks for joining everybody on this quick little update. But again, just wanted to hop on, just give you a quick update of what was happening with the weather. We're going to be on the air in the next half hour, so make sure you hop on Fox 35 and join us then. We'll have a lot more details about what's coming up for the next work week, and if you are planning on heading to the beaches, definitely be careful because we are going to be seeing more of that rain and a little bit of that rough surf over the next couple of days. Have a great night, everybody.